What's going on, everybody? Slang Dutchman here. And today doesn't matter that you're eating, but we got new content on the channel. So what do you have to show for us?
My new car.
So after a year driving this beast, which was her first car, it was like our as a family car, but I was like, well, this is gonna be your first car because one, I know she's safe if there ever is an accident or whatever, because if you're gonna make an accident, it's more more likely to happen in the first year, or at least the first few years that you have your license. So I know she would be safe, and also if you can drive this tank, you can drive anything. But after a year, she was done with it, and she wanted a smaller car. And you wanted a really small car, and I said, okay.
Small car.
And I said, okay, but then we at least stay in the Japanese K car class, because my heart still lies with Japanese cars. So, what did we got?
Oh gosh, have I to tell it?
It's a Mira.
A Mira, yeah.
It's a Daihatsu Mira, or a Cure, or Shior, whatever. There's multiple different pronunciations or names depending on where you're from with the car. And well, just look at it. One big car, another big, little bit smaller but still big car, and then this little thing, the little pocket. So what I love about it is you drive 19 kilometers on a liter or something, 1 on 19, so it's very cheap. It's basically the price of running 2 scooters in road tax and insurance and everything. It's just so cheap. I mean, you can have 3 or 4 of these. You can have 4 of these for the price of that one. Wheels 13 inches, and well, you know me, we already have plans for that. But like the content wise of the car, 1 liter twin cam. The 1 liter is exaggerated because it's not even 1 liter, it's 900 something cc's, and it's basically the European equivalent of a K car. There's a lot of aftermarket stuff for these. It sounded so good and so bad, but there's a lot of aftermarket stuff for these cars. And if, like I said, if my girlfriend wanted a smaller car that drives cheap and easy, I want it at least to be something cool. And we have one rule: we don't have normal height cars on this driveway, so there will be something coming up for our next video. But I shall do a little walk around. Yeah, I can walk in between, but I don't think I can capture somewhat. But there's just literally nothing to it. Sounds cheap, drives cheap, but really fun nonetheless. It's a shitbox car, but I kind of love shitboxes. Even though it's so small, it's cheap to run, and it makes her happy. Let's do a little test drive.
Yep, let's go.
So here we are. Test spin of test spin. We know how it drives, but the roar of the mighty 3-cylinder. Are you happy with your new car, babe?
Yeah, really happy.
Are you gonna leave it stuck?
No, we have to put some stuff out here.
That plate there where the speakers normally go in squeaks as fuck, but gonna get rid of that. And also, luckily, I would not have been with this girl if it wasn't that other way, but she does not want to leave this car stuck. And well, this is basically gonna be lowering the car. Well, that's one of the things. Also, we need a radio.
Yeah, a radio. That will be nice.
But like I said, this is there's gonna be more content on the channel also with this car, so we have a 3rd car that we can add to the fleet to do mods and maintenance on. Hopefully not a lot of maintenance, but you know how it is. When you use it, it's gonna break eventually.
Say what?
It will break, it will die, it will rust, and we will throw it out at one point.
Yeah. I can drive it for 1 year, so that's no problem. And then we see what happens with it.
So, but anyways, it's a very easygoing car. Even if you take it up to 120, 130 kilometers, it still holds up and drives decent for a small car. I mean, if you compare it to the Volvo, which is actually just twice as long, it's a whole different experience, of course, of just normal driving around and compared to this. But as long as you're loving it,
I do. It's small, it's cheap, it's easy to drive, so
it saves us money.
save some money.
And you know what that means? You
No
sit-
car parts.
What no car parts? I just said why I love this girl, and then she does this.
You know that we always buy some car parts every month, so you know how it works within a relationship.
Yeah. Some wives feed their husbands with food, but I need to be fed with car parts. But anyway, it is a 4-seater, but we had like Thomas in the back the other day, and we hit a small bump and it was like rubbing already. Like it sinks in so much with a third person in the back, so I can only imagine 4 people. It will just constantly rub, I would assume. But it just sinks in, and then as soon as you hit a bump, it's gonna just rub the fender well on the inside, or I don't know what it's rubbing, but it sounds.
Is die dijk alweer open?
It's yes, but it sounds terrible. But like she said, lowered springs is what's coming up for the next video for this car. I don't know if it's the next video, but for this, in terms of this car, it will be the next video for this car, and we're gonna be lowering it, and that should help because it will drop the ride height, yes, but also the springs are a little bit stiffer than the original one, so it should not squat down as much. Then again, if you cannot hold a third person in the back, we cannot have it now, so if we can't have it with the lowered springs, then nothing of value was lost. So, all those skid marks here.
Oh,
Terrible.
who was that?
Some hooligan. And also, car makers, take note. The handle for the seat, you just, same as with Honda, more Japanese cars, you pull it and you can go as far as you want. Instead of having that knob that you need to twist till eternity till your car seat is back up again, or like, I want to put it down but I need to put it back up again. Oh, never mind. And this is just where you want it. I want it here, and it's there. Just why change a perfect system? But anyway, there's no RPM gauge. There's just fuel, a speedo, and temperature, which it has done 180 kilometers and 180,000 kilometers, so that's not bad. And on luxury, it doesn't have any. There's a light. There's a thing like this. Oh wait, is this a girl's car? Yes, it is. We say it's a girl's car if there is a mirror in the driver's side, because girls use the mirror, guys don't, and you see with a lot of like small.
Hij heeft geen voorrang op de achterkant.
You don't give way if you don't have to give way.
Oh my gosh.
Just stop in the middle of the road randomly. Small car. It has even cup holders. That's all the luxury you get. You get a cigarette lighter and an ashtray, because Japanese love to smoke. And that's basically all you get. Window winders, which is, I love them. You know why? Because they never fail. I always had these in my cars and I had never problems with the windows. I have a BMW now and I have problem with the electric windows because they're electric. And the fact that this is our newest car ever, 1999, I never owned a car this new. It used to be be the, or well, it's on your name, so you own it.
Yep.
The BMW is my newest car, 1996, 97. One of the two. And all the other ones are 91. The Volvo, the Celica, the CRX, which I still all have. And I need to work on them. But one thing at a time. But this is the newest car we have, and it has the less luxury of all. I mean, the Volvo is almost 10 years older and has more luxury.
I hate it here.
Why do you hate it?
I hate this place. I don't know. It is a small road, and oh my gosh, all that potholes in
Yeah, potholes. That was right.
Huh.
Oh, did you hear that? That was the wheel binding in the wheel arch. I kind of love roads like this. Makes me feel like a rally driver. Therefore, she hates these roads like this.
They are too small for two cars.
Anyway, I don't know what else to film about this car.
There's not much to feel about it. Do you feel it?
What?
The tires are slipping sometimes. It's too when you take.
Are you spinning the tires again?
Yeah, it's very fast in this car.
If you're going
It's unbelievable how fast you can spin the tires in this car. Rainy days, oh my god. Oh.
Yeah, it's Spin City in rainy days because it's so small, so light.
Yeah.
As soon as you have your tires on an angle, and you give it throttle, and it's very nippy in the low gears. It's just very
Yeah.
like the throttle is like an on-off button almost, and it likes to spin. And sometimes in roundabouts a little bit slippery. You give it too much, and it just starts understeering and it goes out. But if you wear out tires faster than me in my drift car, there's something wrong. Like I said, I have nothing else to say about this car. It's simple, and we're just gonna enjoy it and modify it. Because have you seen these cars modified? If not, check it out on Google. Like, type in Daihatsu Mira modified, or pure, or Sior, whatever you want to call it in that part of the world that you're from. But they're very cool, in my opinion, and that's also a thing in the whole car scene. People look at a car like this, like, there's a shit car, it's not fast at all, it's slow, but this car is not about being fast. Some cars you can have for the looks or for the character, like a Mini is quite sporty, but it's not a fast car. But everywhere in the car community, I would say a Mini is loved. You can go to any car media you can think of, and people are like, hey, a Mini, that's cool. I appreciate that. I mean, it's my view on it. And I think we should appreciate cars more for what they are. Some cars are not good, fast cars, but they're like epic cruisers. And if you take the whole, it's not fast, but it doesn't matter if it's fast. It's a cruiser, but it's a nice cruiser. And it's the same with this. It's not a fast car. It's not a sporty or aggressive looking car. It's just a small little Japanese
Cute.
Mini lookalike bubble that just with some small touches, keeping it sort of normal to drive, not like the BMW. I mean, she has to skip around in it, but if she has to skip around this, it's at least gonna be in style. So we're gonna do some mods to it. We have, I think, half a list planned out of things we can do it to it, and half of that list is already coming or planned out. So keep an eye out for that. Let me know in the comments what you think of this car. Let me know what we should do to it. If you have any ideas or inspiration, thoughts, let me know down in the comments. We'll really appreciate the feedback, because I'm curious to see what like my subscriber base thinks of the car, or what kind of inspiration or ideas you guys have. And I would really appreciate a comment down below. Also, you know how the YouTube algorithms work. If you had a comment or you have a little like, your videos do better, get shown more, and it will really help me grow to get more viewers, to get more like quality content eventually, of course. So that really really helps me out. So even if you have just a slight thought, just put it down there, or just what you had for breakfast if you can't think of any. So I really appreciate that. So please like, subscribe for more content, especially on this car, and of course the Drifter and the Volvo and all the other car content. And see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.
See ya!